Oh, peace, peace, peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Friday. Yeah. So let's talk about it. So recently, I went to California for the first time. That shit was fucking spectacular. And on the flight, they got like them in-flight movies. So I was like, let me look for something I ain't never seen before. And so in the midst of me, browsing, I was like, all right, I seen Dune Part 2. Now, for those that know me, I'm a big sci-fi fan, so I was like, oh, they got Dune Part 2 on here? I had seen the first one already. The first one, well, no, excuse me, the original Dune came out in like the 70s before Star Wars. And I thought that was interesting. And so I had watched it on Prime, and then I had watched the new rendition that got Zendaya in it. So I was like, okay, nah, this shit fire. So I know I kind of just skipped to Dune Part 2, but but that's the one that's freshest on the medulla oblongata. So just to give y'all a little premise on Dune as a movie in itself, it is a dystopian future where the entire universe is searching and or battling for spice melange, aka melanin, right? So it's like everybody's looking for the spice melange. It's on planet Dune, and the people that inherit the planet are called the Fremen. Freemen. You know what I mean? It's the wordplay. So the Fremen basically have all of the spice on this planet, similar to like Africa, right? So Africa is a barren wasteland, very barren, but is highly um, loaded with minerals, diamonds, zinc, copper. I said zinc, but just rubies, all of that good shit. And so now with this spice allows you to communicate telepathically. It allows you to travel the universe. It is an energy source. It's pretty much the motherfucking magical, pretty much like the magical sauce. If y'all ever seen Ant-Man or a Marvel movie, y'all know how you're what up though. Peace is going good. How you doing? Happy Friday, man. So like if you like ever seen Ant-Man, you know how when there was quantum jumping, they only had a little bit of that fuel, right? So in the movie Dune, the spice is not limited like that, but it's as valuable as that. You get what I'm saying? So obviously everybody in the universe is coming to this planet trying to mine the spice. So you can see where there would be a conflict of interest with that. I appreciate that, Brody. And yo, your thumbnail hard as fuck, yo. Yujiro is a goat, straight up. Um, so yeah, so everybody's coming to this barren ass planet to try to get the spice. Now, one thing about this movie that I even love from the very first one that I watched, a lot of movies don't do this. When people are talking, they are. This is used in anime a lot. They like use your your intuition or what you're thinking as like your third party dialogue. Like let's say me and you talking. I'm like, yeah, did you go see the game last night? Oh well, shit. I'm like, yeah, did you go see the game last night? And then my partner whoever be like, yeah, I saw it. Then I would be thinking, man, they got their ass whooped though. I wasted my motherfucking money. That would have been my thought, but that thought would have been narrated on screen. So it's just further giving you more context, and the context is where it's at. So I was like, damn, I'm an anime lover. So when I peeped that in the movie, I was like, yo, this shit hard because a lot of movies not even incorporating that. I don't know if it's because it'll double up the script or make the script a little more lengthy, but that shit is fire because like, why did you do what you did? You know what I mean? Type shit. So yeah, so then just more. So just like more symbology. It's just the downloads coming to me as I'm speaking. So Paul Atreides, he's not from the planet, right? Like he's not indigenous to the land. Yet he is coming to them as the white or the alien savior, like a white Jesus or some shit like that. Mind you, these people are indigenous, so the hue of them ain't white, and this nigga white. You're what up, though? What up, mod? We got the mod in the building in this thing. So, back to the story. So yeah, so this nigga Paul, he's not indigenous to the land, but him and his mother come to the land because they have this prophecy, and this prophecy is giving these people hope, right? So now, mind you, Paul is from another planet. Him and his mom, and just oh yo, the downloads coming in. So Paul and his mom go to this planet, right? So we got a man, we got a woman, and then his mom gets pregnant. So now we got a trinity, you know what I mean? Like, or Masonic symbology, you know, Ma, son, Mason, Mason, you feel me? So they get there, and what makes this trio so dope is because the mom is pregnant, but the little girl inside the womb is actually talking to her. Now, mind you, remember how I said in this movie they be speaking telepathically and they be narrating on screen. So this shit is really fire as fuck. Paul will be talking to his mom, right? His mom will be like, Paul, you don't need to do that. Stop tripping. And then he'll be like, yo, mind your fucking business, yo. And then she'll be like, yo, your sister said don't talk to me like that. Like, that shit is fire. That shit is hard. So, like, that's the type of stuff that this movie really focuses on that most movies don't focus on. And, like, that's the little shit that me as a movie buff, I love it. So yeah, so pretty much they come to this planet, and so in order for Paul to gain the people's solidarity, camaraderie, like 100%, he has to prove himself. He has to prove that he's one of them, right? So you already know. So you already know he gotta get down and dirty. Pretty much like, you know, if y'all ever familiar with Africa on the National Geographic, like you gotta go to like the rites of passage as a man. You feel me? And so when him being indigenous, in order for him to prove to his people, they were like, nah, you gotta put in that work, playboy. You see these worms right here? These big ass worms that they devour people according to the reverberation that they feel. Like if it's too consistent, they're gonna know that it's a human, and they're gonna eat you. So it's like, yeah, we tame these though. We the protectors of the spice. So in order for you to think you any type of messiah, you gotta get down with this shit. Type shit. All right. So in this movie, there's several different races from several different planets, which is why I love it. Like they be putting the game in the movies, like all of the symbology and symbolism that and all the spookism that niggas is scared about that's keeping motherfuckers dumbed down. It be in all the movies. So yeah. So they get on this planet and now he's now like the more he's on this planet, he's tapping in. The more this nigga waking up. So the more he's on this indigenous planet, this nigga frequency vibrating high. He's starting to have visions now. So now, if you really want to tap in, right, they be doing all these type of mental tests on you. So another mental test that um, no man can stomach these tests. That's the crazy thing. All of these tests that they be doing be specifically, in this case, left branded because only the woman can take them. So there's two tests. One test is you have to put your hand in this box, and this box simulates the most excruciating pain that you have ever fathomed or could ever fathom for that sense. And she says, if you take your hand out the fucking box, you're gonna die. So that's the stipulation. Pain or die. I know it's what I'm taking. And so the second one is the water of life. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen Avatar, right? This is the second time that they have clearly shown us that they are taking the adrenochrome or the life force energy from these animals. They doing the same shit. They doing the same shit to us and these babies, yo. Like all that organ donor shit. Yeah, they want that. All your juicy power. All your juicy power. What you talking about? So it is really fucking fire seeing him go through all of his forthcomings within this different culture. You know what I mean? And so meanwhile, while he's ranking up, his mom is also ranking up. So they're both becoming like high members in the society. They call her like the great mother. Shake some shit up. You heard? Alright, so now both of these indigenous motherfuckers infiltrating the culture, yet they might be doing better for the culture, but still hear me out, right? Hear me out, right? Hear me out, right? So yeah, so hold on so, so yeah, so these niggas, they're doing good. So yeah, so now so the whole lore is whoever what like no man can survive the water of life. Because if you do, this is gonna unlock pretty much like this is like a man having his spiritual awakening. And you can imagine if man is so strong, if we're dominating on a physical level, you already know what's gonna happen if we tap in psychologically, telepathically, mentally. So Paul drank that shit anyway. His mom was like, take that shit, nigga. You a real nigga, nigga. You my his mom like, take that shit, nigga. You my child, nigga. You gonna do that shit, nigga, because nigga, yeah, nigga. Fuck nigga. So he drank that shit, nigga passed out. Nigga drank this shit, passed clean the fuck out, son. Clean out. I was like, okay. So now of course, Zendaya, that was his boo in the movie. He like, yeah, they done got booty. He like, yeah, I ain't gonna never leave you. You always gonna be the one for me. But I do gotta do what I gotta do though. You know what I'm saying? So so now, mind you, hold that key advice. He loved this girl, but he like, hey, if I'm gonna be the leader of these people, I'm gonna have to make these political decisions that you might not like. You feel me? Okay, babe. Okay. They always agree until shit get real. So, towards the let me get into so the other Alexander the Great symbolism. They always gotta do that gay shit, man. And it be that gay shit with the niggas that be in power that be pissing me off. Cause it's like that shit not cool. So this happened. So the Baron, fat motherfucker, this nigga can't walk, so he got to float. But he's like the leader, right? He's like the only one that can float, whatever. Like he's advanced, but he's sloppy. Kind of like if you ever seen Star Wars, like the worm nigga, you know, kind of like that. So he has a nephew, and his nephew, did a little rites of passage shit. He's supposed to be next up in line. Um, but a little bit rebellious, but still very smart, very skilled. So this nigga had completed a task, and before he completed the task, they kissed each other on the mouth, like nigga, on the mouth, like you kissing your girl, nigga, on your mouth, like, mwah. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a, wait a minute, when did that become cool? For two grown men, like this is a nephew kissing his grown ass uncle in front of the whole congregation in the mouth, like with a little bit of tongue in it. What? I seen that. I said, y'all niggas gay. And I was like, there go that bullshit. Like, whenever y'all be getting the message, you gotta be discerning the shit, man. You know what I mean? We got niggas doing shit for clout. You know what I mean? Even the mods come in there a bit. Not even liking shit. God damn, man. God damn, boy. Back to the movie though. I had to take a little break. So yeah, as far as the storyline, the story is real well written. The pacing is good. Everything is realistic. He's realistically proven himself. It ain't no plot armor for the most part. For the most part. Um, Let me see. Story's well written. Oh, so they also had like a Black Panther moment. This is why this pissed me off because the nephew, he's essentially Killmonger, and Paul is essentially, what I mean, T'Challa, and so they had to fight basically, your best warrior versus my best warrior. They did that whole little dance. Paul whooped his ass, and then he won that battle, but he lost the war with his girl because he had told the enemy like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna marry. He had told the king like, yeah, I'm gonna marry your daughter, have some babies. This gonna be my shit. And so mind you, Zendaya like, oh damn, you told me it was always gonna be me. And so they show her kind of like riding off in the sunset, like hell hath no fear, like a woman scorned. There's so many biblical references, and the Bible is really only good if you know the etymology to it, because it's all symbolism. parables, if you will. So yeah, the movie I definitely get a movie a solid 8.5. Um, that one scene really disturbed me though. That shit was whack. But you know, the movie fire. I would recommend y'all watch the original one first. That one really gonna put y'all in the game, yo. But happy Friday. Stay taking care of yourself. Peace.